Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochetrocks, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll be informed when there are new videos. So today I've got a few little bits of yarn to show you. Now I did say I wasn't going to buy any yarn, but I lied a bit. Sorry, I do that now and then. No, I didn't really lie. What it was, I went in there and I've started doing these like reviews, little yarn reviews, and I'll make some swatches. I've done one, I've got another that I've got to film soon, and then this one I want to do. And I wanted as well to check out the different varieties because I'd only bought a few. So I went into Home Bargains, and Home Bargains have really started to get more yarn. They did have just some plain colours, you know, they had like green, red, you know, and black and white and adult yarn, and then they started bringing in a few baby colours, and then they started bringing in packs of variegated. And at first I bought them, I'd given them away in a few little giveaways, and I've got one that's going on at the moment. But there is one little colour scheme, I won't say way because I don't like that, one little colour scheme that they've got that I really like, and I found a new one as well yesterday. So and some baby yarn. I didn't want to get loads of colours because, as you know, for those of you who've been on my channel a long time, I've got a yarn room that's chock-a-block. I've got more of these cubbies in the bedroom and they're all stuffed to maximum. I've got boxes of yarn that are in storage out the back, and this yarn room really needs a tidy, and there's yarn everywhere. So firstly, I want to say they had a 3-pack of yarn very similar to this from Poundland. I didn't buy it because I've got lots of this from Poundland, and I guess I could have bought a 3-pack just to see the difference, but you know, I didn't really want the colours, and I just thought, well, I've got so much. And I do have some cakes which I've mislaid, but they were totally different kettle of fish, and they had some really lovely pastel shades in that. I've never seen it in my local one, but I will keep trying, and when I can see more of the cakes, I'll get a few more varieties and then I'll review those. But for now, it's these 3-packs that I'm kind of interested in, and this one is absolutely dreamy. I really like this, and I did have a couple, but I decided to get some more. Now, it's really thin yarn. It says it's double knitting, but it's thin. Not ridiculously thin, and no thinner than, say, I just had a bit of fluff, no thinner than, say, the stuff that you get from Deramores. But aren't they beautiful colours? Look at those really lovely pastels. And it reminds me just a little bit of that lovely yarn that I used to get, Robin Paint Box, with those beautiful vibrant pastel shades, whereas these are a little bit more muted, but they are similar. And I did use that for my Circle in the Sand square and blanket. Now I'll put a link to that square at the end, and you can see this isn't as bright, but you can't get hold of the Robin Paint Box anymore, and when you do, it's different colours, but it is very hard to get because they went under during the pandemic, and they were then bought out by James C. Brett, I think, and or Wendy are rescued, Wendy Walls. So but the Robin is very hard to get hold of. It's only massive warehouses that are allowed to buy up the Robin, plus they don't seem to have the colours, and I don't know why, because to me that was the best of their bunch because it was just such beautiful yarn to work with. But this is definitely thinner and definitely more of a subtle muted colour. So what did I do with the neckline? Here it is. So I can tease it out and we'll have a little look. See, I'm a bit out of practice with this because I forgot to get the neckline out. Right, let's have a look. So it's called Crafty. No, I won't have that one on because I'll blind you. It's called Crafty Printed Yarn and comes in a 3-pack. Actually, it's called Crafty Things. There's a little things at the end of that word. The yarn band is pretty empty. It's 100% acrylic. There's the bit that tells you the gauge, but not yardage, unfortunately. And it tells you need a 4mm sort of, well, they look like knitting needles, so I would say a 350 for these, because it is quite small, unless you wanted it pretty loose. But it's beautiful. And I was just looking to see if it had a colour. Maybe it does on the pack. So I did get a few of these, so I do love it. It's really pretty. So is it on the pack? Let's have a look. 3 times 50 grams double knitting. Item code 66531. Batch number 0081. That's all it says. No pretty name for the colour or anything. And nothing on the yarn band regarding colour or anything. But it is pretty. I really, really like this one. So I've now got 3 of these. And I will definitely be doing a review, see how it makes up and what it's like. So then they only had 1 of these, but I kind of like the colour. It's this real, I would say mulberry, but it's not, is it? It's more of a pinky, lilac-y, lavendery, purpley, pinky thing, obviously. So let's get one out and have a little look. Now, it's lovely and soft, this yarn, and the yarn band just fell off. Let's try and get that back in. Manage that. But look, it's got kind of magenta and purple dots. So although it's similar, and it actually does feel a little bit thicker. It probably isn't, but it does feel it. And this is just called Crafty Things spot yarn, and they do have rather a lot of spot yarn. I had seen it before. I might have some on my shelf. Let's just see if it's the same. No, I'm not sure if this is from there. This is Baby Spot. I'm not sure if I got it in the same place or not. I was hoping to find out. But this is a lovely colour. I really, really like this. I don't know what you would call it. It's more of a kind of a, when you get pinks, so this is a pink. To me, this is a pink, but warm pink, cold pink. I don't know if that's how you view it, but it's got more blues in it, so it's more on the mauve side of pink, but it's lovely. It's really, really pretty. So let's see. What does it say on the back? 3 times 50 grams double knitting. And 0001 is the colour on this one. Obviously the item code is 66537, and I can't remember if that's the same. But that is a lovely colour, so that one I will review too. I don't think I'm going to get that in there so easy, so rather than struggle, I'll put it there. So the other ones they had were printed yarn, and it doesn't say, but it's more of a striping. So whereas I said they had one that was very much in these colours, I think it was like this without the turquoise, but they had them in these colours as well. So you've got darker kind of beiges and brown, or you've got white with beiges and brown. And these are really lovely as well, but these are the striping type. And again, 0001, that is exactly the same as the other one. So that makes no sense, does it? So you've got no way of knowing what the colour is, because the 66531 is the number again, and 0001. So no way of guessing colours, because they're just not listed. They're not given a name, they're not given a number. So that's a bit of a major fail, whereas they're concerned. So they need to sort that out. Obviously they're doing yarn, but they're not up on what we need regarding yarn. So there's no mileage. I was going to say yardage. I wish it was mileage, because that would be cheaper all round, wouldn't it? But I will work some up of the colours that I've got, and that's going to fall down. Just wait until I'm done. So then they had some baby yarn, and I just picked up this lemon, and it was the softest yarn for the price. It's like really ridiculously cheap. It's £1.50 for 3 balls, £1 or so for this, and 99p even. 99p, so it's less than £1. I only buy a penny, so it's not really less than £1. To me it's £1. but there's more on the yarn band. Now this is their baby double knitting, and it's the Yarn Company, so I think it's a different place they're getting it from. Again, as I said, it's 99p, but this compares so well with expensive yarn. It is beautiful, and it's again about the same thickness. Their yarn is pretty consistent. It's a 100-gram ball, 100% acrylic, 300 meters. So we're getting what we need from these ones. So we're actually getting all of the gubbins. Now it does a please buy sufficient yarn to complete your garment, and I think the reason for that is they can never guarantee that you're going to get the same batch number, or if they even have a batch number. So this is L11OJA, and I don't know what that means. And the colour on this, upside down, of course wouldn't be me if it wasn't. The shade is 103, and this dye lot is 1899. So when you're in the store, you can pick up enough to do your project if they've got it. But I only wanted to get sort of 3 of this lemon. The lemon was so much softer than the pink or the blue, and the colour was way more vibrant than their pink or their blue or their white, and it felt softer. You know, sometimes when you pick up a colour, one colour like the blue usually feels absolutely dreamy soft, and the others don't so much. Well, they did feel good, don't get me wrong. They were all soft, and they are baby yarn. You would use them, you'd have no problem using them. But normally speaking, even if the ones that you buy are different, they wash up, they become the same. So I was really impressed with this baby yarn. And at 99p for 100 grams, for what actually does feel like premium acrylic. I've had premium acrylics that have not been this soft, so I'm quite impressed. I'm going to work up some of this yarn, and I don't like the fact that my chin looks like it's purple. It's like highlighting that I have a chin, so we'll turn that off. But yeah, I digress, sorry. It was throwing me seeing my chin illuminating. So yes, I will work this one up as well, and do a little swatch, and I might even make something and show you, because I was really pleased with this one. And as you know, if you watch my channel regularly, I am a sucker for a good yellow, because so often you just don't see nice yellows, but this one is a really pretty yellow. I always think if you look in there, you get a more kind of accurate image of the yellow. It is really lovely. It's like a primrose colour. So yeah, normally speaking, you get really good yarns and their yellow lets their whole collection down. But this is beautiful. It is the colour of primrose. It's beautiful. We'll see what it works up like though. So don't forget, I will continue my series of reviewing the yarns and doing the swatches. Up next will be a B&M spot yarn, chunky. So if you want to watch that, and I have used it before, made the hat with it here. So that'll be coming up for the next one, and then it'll be this one. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, and as I said, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll try and remember to put the circle in the sand at the end, and I'll also put this up the end, because that was a tutorial as well. So thanks for watching, as I said, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.